So finally the air conditioner's arrived, much later than we'd hoped. What is it now? Friday of the week following? Quite a while. I think we were hoping to receive it on the Monday. Anyway, box looks a bit damaged, so I'm just doing a video just so you can see that I didn't damage whatever's inside here. You can see it's damaged at the bottom. So let's turn it, let's have a look. Indicate something, see exactly how damaged it is at the bottom. Well, hopefully it's okay because the actual main box is still intact, but we will see. It's quite a lot of battering. We need to go and get a knife to open these, I guess. Okay. Right, there's a knife. Let's see if we can position this so you can actually see it whilst I do it. No, not easily. Oh well. Quite hard doing this one-handed. Hopefully it's not been dropped too many times. See if that helps it yield to the ideal opening. There we go. Right, so what have we got here? Got some packaging. The window cowl. Another ring. They look okay. Hose. Some form of drain hose. Some instructions, always useful. The remote. It probably has some sort of batteries needed for it. There we go, some polystyrene out of the way. Now we get to see the real thing itself. What's this? A bit more of a window seal. Yeah. So we've got the window seal, hose, drain pipe. What else is in here? These bits. It's like, oh goodness. Wow, they weren't kidding about the state of the box. Look at it. You can just lift it off now. The box isn't even attached to the bottom. Maybe that was how it's meant to be though, with its straps on. And maybe there was no bottom to the box. Okay, let's put the box over there. Right. So here is the beast. Some corner protecting packaging. Here it is. So let's take the plastic off it and inspect it. Looks okay around the top. No obvious damage there. Maybe it has survived the delivery experience. That would be ideal. Yeah. Just have a look at the bottom of it. Okay, looks to have survived delivery okay. So here you can see the control panel on the top with timer, speed, swing or not, which will be with this thing up and close so it closes. Some sort of adjustment of the temperature, sleep, and whether you want it to be a dehumidifier, a cooler, or just fan, and a power button. And the instructions. So I'll set it up and then you can hear it in use. Okay, so the hose doesn't quite reach from the unit up to a top opening window, so you do need a side opening window. It doesn't quite reach. It will definitely reach a side opening window, but not a top one. Right, I'll try this in the bathroom a moment, just for the fact that I have a window that's easily accessible. Bizarrely, it looks like you'd have to cut down the standard window seal. So this is the window seal you can see here, which you can adjust the size of, like so, and make it smaller, like so. But to make it fit on this window, which isn't an especially unusual window, I'd say it's pretty common size, rather bizarrely, if I was to put that in the gap, there we go, move that up to the top, as you can see, some of it obscures the hole where the exit goes, so you'd have to cut some off the top of that, probably avoiding your warranty, in order to be able to get it to fit. Strange, maybe you do it outside, it's not so bad. Perhaps it's because you don't do it in the frame, maybe if you do it outside there. Oh yes, look, it's okay then. Look, if you put it outside the window and then tighten it up, I guess it'll be okay. Okay, so that's kind of how it fits, I guess. It does fit outside the window. As we said, you don't need to cut it after all. It's quite tricky to get past the handle, but you can do it. This is the gap they must talk about you wanting to block, this big gap at the bottom, of course, where your window's open. I suppose you need to stuff with a towel or something, because you don't get a bit to cover that. And now you have to be careful not to pull this too much, because it comes out of there extremely willingly, even though when you've threaded it on, so be very careful. Can you slot the other end onto the back of the unit? So now we have it looking like this. Of course, now I remember that you don't have plug sockets in bathrooms, so I need to go and get an extension cable. Okay, the other thing you have to note is, of course, because this is a 3 kilowatt appliance, you need to entirely unroll your extension cable. It needs to be a 13 amp extension cable. Otherwise, it'll melt and catch fire if you leave it rolled up. Right, so it's powered up. It's looking out the window. Let's see if it works. First time powering on, I haven't tried it yet. Press the power button. It's a good start, it says 20. Look at that, it's opening its little hatch at the front, ready for the spaceman to come out. By the way, once you've bought this, you won't need to run it because you will banish us to winter at that point thereon. Although today is not the first day of August, it was scorching hot till last week. I ordered this, now it's quite cold, so you won't actually need to use it probably, not for, at least for the first year, because you'll have banished summer to for another year by buying it. Right, here we go. So we'll set it down to, I bet I have to say cold, because as I say, it's quite cold now, so how the hell are we going to tell? So, what have we got to press? The mode, I suppose. What mode are we in? We're in mode fan. Oh, that's not very exciting. We need mode cool. There we go. And then we'll turn it down to as cold as it goes. You have to press it, you can't hold it down then. Okay. Right, 16 is as cold as we go. Oh, there's the compressor kicking in. Right, we are. And speed. So there we are. What's oscillate do? I bet that makes that little flap open and close. Let's have a look. Yes. So you can have your flap opening and closing to your heart's content. Always nice to have your flap opening. There you go. It's got a little grill in there so you don't drop things in, which is a good idea. Interestingly, although the flap is that wide, this bit you can see is actually solid. It's only this half that actually fans. I don't quite know why they bothered to make the flap so wide. Interesting. Okay, so that's opening and closing. We'll turn off our swingy. It just stays where it was then. Okay, so you need to decide where you want it before you turn it off. Right, it's much like an oscillating fan at home then. Okay, so we're on low at the moment, so this is as quiet as it goes. There we go. Yeah, the air's certainly starting to feel cold there. Hopefully it's not my imagination. There we go. I guess it'll start to feel hot at the other end of the bit. Right, so let's see how loud it gets if we make it faster. That's middle. Okay, and high then. Doesn't seem very much difference in sound level. Listen carefully. That's high. That's low. middle. Alright, you'd have to strain. It's getting nice and cold now. I reckon you'd have to strain to tell the difference between the settings of speed. It's certainly not a sleepy, quiet slow, that's for sure. And what does sleep do, by the way? Sleep makes it gradually sneak the temperature up 1 degree each hour. So perhaps that it turns off, I guess. And the timer lets you set a time. So we can say timer, and we can say let's go off in 2 hours, I suppose. And we turn timer off again. Not by pressing the timer button, apparently. Maybe we just turn it, no, just turn it down. There we go, change to 0 and it goes off. Maybe I'm deaf, but I can't tell the difference in sound levels between low, middle, and high. Can I tell the speed of the air? You feel it. Yes, I can definitely tell the difference in the air. I've decided the reason you can't tell the difference in sound levels is because most of the sound is on this end, sending it out there. This is when most of the sound is coming from. So I guess that's why you can't tell the difference between the fan levels over here. If I listen really carefully down here, no, I still can't tell the difference. It does change the speed of the air, but it doesn't really change the speed of the sound because most of the sound is from the exit. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely working very well, nice and cool. Don't know if you can actually tell what temperature it is in here. No, it doesn't have a temperature gauge, so you can't tell if it's reached the target temperature other than the fact it goes off, I suppose. But yeah, for the price, which I paid $320 including delivery from ebuyer, for the price, it seems pretty good. It's far from silent, but I think I could probably sleep with that on, better than sweltering in the heat. And I guess you could run it to cool it down before you went to bed anyway, and then turn it off once you'd evacuated all the heat. I think it'd do the job. What I'm planning to do is take a short pipe straight from this exit and then drill a hole in our disused chimney that goes through the bedroom, the same size, and pipe it straight into the chimney breast so that I don't have to have a window open. That's probably a handy top tip. Another thing I've done with air conditioners in the past is drill a hole in the in a fitted wardrobe, drill a hole in the ceiling in there, and bring a bit of pipe down from the ceiling in the loft down into the room, and then in the side of the cupboard fit an outlet and have it fanned upwards there, and that gets rid of all the heat into the loft. Again, it works quite well. If you're doing that, you have to set it to dry mode and collect the water, because if you don't, then you'll make your loft damp, I guess. So I set it to dry in that case, and it still cools the room, but it then collects the water rather than rotting your loft, and that worked a treat as well. Okay, well there you go. This is the Vida air conditioner in all its beauty. The only one left in the UK to order at the moment is the Vida. Everything else is sold out unless you want to spend over 500 quid. And that's the joys of summer. Probably you should buy it in the winter, and then you have more choice. There we go. Oh, by the way, I worked out why in their pictures they didn't have that gaping gap down there, and that's because when they show it fitted to a window, their window is a sliding window. So of course it slides open and there is no gap.